you do not. She says, I am real and you are not. She says, I am real and you are not.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Dons. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Nathaniel. Today is January 17th, 2022.
And you're watching CHTV. Now here's Mr. Walker with the weekly wind down.
Walkers, we weekly walkers, weekly walkers, weekly wind down.
It is time for the Walkers Weekly Wind Down. Let's jump right into the shout-outs, shall we? First off, girls basketball. I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is we dominated John Glenn last week. In fact, it was 40-2 at halftime. Final score 64-4. That's not a typo at all. They couldn't handle our press. I want to give a shout-out to Cameron LaCourte, who's at the front end of that press with these very long arms, really harassing them up top. Also had a great game from Amber Multowny. Now, the bad news, Friday night against the undefeated Whitney Wildcats, and we were up by 10 points in the third quarter, but only scored 2 points in the fourth quarter, lost 34-32. I still felt Cameron LaCourte outplayed her older sister, who plays for Whitney, believe it or not. Apparently didn't have the grades to get into Cerritos. Nonetheless, she was really solid, and Amber Multowny was really good on the boards. Boys hoops, we've got good news, good news. They dominated John Glenn as well. It was 65-33. Benson Cho had his best game of the year, led all scorers with 17 points. Then on Friday, the Dons took on a pesky Whitney Wildcat team. This was for sole possession of second place in the league. Benson Cho once again had a great game. Toby, the big drop Ozuagu, also a beast on the boards that night. And then Trey Pema was solid beyond the three-point arc. Final score 63-45. Come on out Friday night. It's a blackout, playing for a tie for first place in the 605 league. Let's head on over to the pool, shall we? Took on La Mirada in our girls water polo match on last week. It was last Wednesday. Jumped out to an 11-3 halftime lead. And then behind the strong offense from Fiona Glenn, Sydney Bo Romero, Camila Oliveira, and Prisha Ahanya, the Lady Dons dominated with a 22-5 victory. Now, last Thursday night was super exciting. The powerhouse wrestling program of John Glenn came to the C House, and the Dons gave them all they could handle. It started off with the JV squad winning 41-30, and then the girl grapplers took to the mat. They fought all the way to the end. We had pins from Faith Jernigan, Chriselle Pajarillo, Stella Lopez, Samantha Ortiz, and Julian Zaki, and it ended up being a virtual tie in the end. We get second place because of the criteria for tiebreakers, but couldn't be proud of our girls wrestling team. Then the boys playing wrestling for their first league title in 22 years against John Glenn. We had victories from Nate Valencia, who, by the way, took time out in between periods to puke into a trash can. We also had wins from James and Julian Fukuchi, Christian Espinoza, Vicente Juarez, Jaden Lynn, Tyler De Fiesta, Armin Ahmed, and then finally it came down to freshman Nathaniel Marcroft going against the senior captain from John Glenn. He had to secure the win to secure the league title. He was up by a slim 3-0 margin with seconds left. Let's take a look at how it finished. It was really exciting. The C House was rocking thanks to all those who came out to participate in this historic night. And of course, because it was a historic night, I'm so proud of those wrestlers, both boys and girls. They're going to be our Walkers Weekly winners. Of course, we can't fit them all into the CHTV studios, so we did the filming at Snack today with all of them. Let's take a look as they close up our show. All right, it is time for Walker's Weekly Winner. We've got a big crowd. You know, last Thursday, the perennial wrestling powerhouse, John Glenn, came to the C House, and our Dons gave them all they could handle. Our girls tied their girls varsity, and our boys varsity team, for the first time in 22 years, beat John Glenn and took home the league title. So our Walker's Weekly winners for this week are the girls and boys varsity wrestling team.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Now here are some quick announcements.
Attention Dons, please go to CerritosVotingForSchools.com and vote for your winter formal court. Voting ends this Thursday. The dance will be held this Saturday night at the Discovery Cube. Don't forget to bring your IDs or you will not be allowed inside. See you there.
Come out Friday night at 8 p.m. to watch and support your boys basketball team take on the Artesian Pioneers. It will be a blackout game, so remember to wear all black. DJ Seahelm will be providing music all night. Come early as you can. We are looking forward to packing the Sea House. Admission is free with ASB, so don't miss out on showing your school spirit, and go Dons.
Our school is hosting a denim drive. We are in need of gently used pants, jeans, and or shorts. Everything donated will be used for students in need of new sets of clothes while in the nurse's office. There's no end to this drive, so please feel free to donate whenever to the office.
And that's all for today, Dons.
Thanks for tuning in to CHTV.
We hope you have a study-tastic Tuesday.